all those who assembled for this inaugural function. It is indeed we are honored to have a distinguished scientist, Dr. Reddy, to inaugurate our laboratory block, which is going to be a milestone in the development of our NIT Puducherry. This is going to house 6 laboratories, 2 civil, 2 mechanical, and 2 electrical laboratories will be housed over there. Sir, we are indeed privileged that this laboratory block is being inaugurated by you. Please go ahead, sir.
Okay. शीतला सस्यश्यामला मातरं वन्दे मातरम् शुभ्रजोत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी फुल्लकुसुमिता द्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्।
I declare the convocation open. Respected Chief Guest of the 7th Convocation of National Institute of Technology, Puducherry, Dr. G. Satish Reddy, Secretary, Department of Defense R&D and Chairman, DRDO, members of the Board of Governors, members of the Senate, distinguished guests, my dear graduates, postgraduates, doctoral candidates, our proud alumni, their parents, faculty and staff members, members of the electronic and print media, ladies, gentlemen and my dear students. On behalf of the teaching fraternity, staff and students, it is with great pride and honor I welcome each member of this august gathering to this ceremonial occasion of the 7th annual convocation of National Institute of Technology, Puducherry. It gives me immense pleasure to share memorable moments with the scholastic gatherings in these precious hours in both in offline and virtual mode. Although we faced a crucial scenario in recent times, we have tried to optimize our energy and determined to overcome our crisis with solidarity, team spirit and compassion towards each other. Today I take this opportunity to congratulate our NITN's 7th batch of graduates, 5th batch of postgraduates and doctoral candidates as well as their proud parents. At this occasion, I would like to read the message sent by Shri Sanjay Dhotre, Minister of State, Minister of Education, Government of India. It gives me immense pleasure to learn that National Institute of Technology, Puducherry is holding its 7th convocation and inauguration of lab block on 19th February 2021. I extend my heartiest congratulations to all the graduating students. Dear students, you have worked hard to see this day. Your parents also have made sacrifices to see you achieve great heights in your life. Therefore, I also congratulate your parents as well as your teachers and also the NIT Puducherry for organizing such a wonderful event. Thanks to the visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, India is developing at much faster pace. The policy decisions taken by our government have enabled to unleash the wave of innovations. The national education policy has been announced to make our country a global knowledge superpower of 21st century. The vibrant startup ecosystem has been created. The call for Atmanirbhar Bharat is creating new opportunities for our young generation. I urge you, my young friends, to grab these opportunities. Follow your heart, dream big, don't settle for smaller goals. Enjoy the wonderful journey lying ahead and live a purposeful life. I once again congratulate you and wish you all the best for your glorious future. Sanjay Dhotre. I take this opportunity to thank our Minister of State, Shri Sanjay Dhotre ji, for giving a wonderful message to our graduating students on this 7th Convocation Day. At this values occasion, I am delighted to take the opportunity to welcome our Chief Guest of the day, Dr. Satish Reddy, an Indian aerospace scientist and the current Chairman of Defense Research and Development Organization, and Secretary, Department of Defense R&D, Government of India. I once again welcome you all to this ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, in the words of James Penny, the best teamwork comes from men who are working independently towards one goal in unison. For every organization to prosper, it requires coordinated efforts, proper planning, and contribution of each employee and student. NIT Puducherry is really lucky to have a team of dedicated employees and talented students. It is with tremendous satisfaction I present before you our institute's report, briefly highlighting the accomplishments of the institute during 2020. This year, in the backdrop of the global pandemic, NIT Puducherry has worked with extra vigor. All activities were continued smoothly, incorporating out-of-the-box thinking in an unconventional yet very efficient way. NIT Puducherry has made numerous progressions and improvisations during the last 1 year, not only academically by deploying distant learning modalities through a variety of platforms, but also some infrastructural developments. To name a few, the administrative office has shifted to its permanent building along with the training and placement office, academic office, and few laboratories. Furthermore, new labs are getting established, and laboratory upgradation is under progress in every department with full swing. The laboratory block with 6 laboratories has been inaugurated by our beloved Chief Guest, Dr. G. Satish Reddy today. Further, the engineering block, which is a composite building in the form of a pentagon with a budget of around 150 crores, is also coming up. To add finally, the institute ranked 130 in NIRF ranking in 18-19, and every measure is taken to escalate its ranking this year. NIT Puducherry is trying to contribute its best in all forms of development. In 2020 admissions, 248 BTech students, 23 MTech students, and 24 PhD students in various disciplines were admitted. Presently, apart from the 24 administrative and technical staff, the institute has 58 faculty members, 32 regular and 26 FOC, who are doctorates from IITs and NITs and reputed universities of India and abroad. They contribute wholeheartedly towards the success of this institute through continued research, publications, and numerous project grants from reputed organizations. Regular conferences, guest lectures, and workshops are arranged by every department. Further, 47 employees are also hired on the outsourcing basis. It is rightly said that gaining knowledge is the first step to wisdom. Sharing it is the first step to humanity. In tune with this, for knowledge sharing and upgradation, various online activities organized by different departments have significantly contributed to the academic growth of this institute. This include invited lectures, industrial visits, organizing national level seminars, workshops, conferences, and guest talks in the institute that exposed and helped the faculty members to enhance their knowledge base and attract participants from far and wide. In the year 2020, on a virtual mode, there have been many faculty development programs, workshops, conferences, etc. They are Department of ECE conducted two 5-day faculty development programs on advanced communication system design and simulation from 17 to 21 August, and on recent trends in communication engineering from 7th to 11th September 2020. NIT POA has a distinction of organizing 3 ATAL, that is AICT Training and Learning Program. 1. Advancements in antenna engineering using artificial intelligence from 21st September to 25th September. Challenges and opportunities in electrical vehicles technology, a research perspective from 5th October to 9th October by EEE department. And 3. Development of decentralized IoT system using blockchain during 26th to 30th December by CSE department. The Office of Student Welfare conducted a 5-day FDP on the topic revisiting the role of higher education institution in mentoring the students during 9th to 23rd October. The Department of ECE organized national workshop on water quality management for aquaculture on November 16, And the second National Conference on Communication Systems 2020 was organized by EC on 21st November. The Department of Mathematics conducted National Conference on Mathematical Theory of Control on 10th December. The Department of Science and Humanities organized a 5 days FDP on Applied Science and Humanities during December 14 and 18. The Department of Mechanical Engineering organized the first international conference and NITPO's first international conference on future technologies in manufacturing, automation, design and energy during 28th December to 30th December. As APJ Abdul Kalam quotes, teachers are the backbone of any country, the pillars upon which all aspirations are converted into realities. The faculty members have not only imbibed the online pedagogical approach, but have also carried out vigorous research in their respective disciplines, and around 110 quality publications have been published in the journals of repute and in conference proceedings in the year under report. Further, the faculties of the institute carry out meticulous research work and have got research fundings. Research fundings from CRB, DST, etc. for their proposal. There are about 9 ongoing funded projects of worth more than 3 crores in the institute, and around 31 research proposals are under submission to various funding agencies. To add further, 3 patents have been granted to our institute in recent past and 3 are in pipeline. Moreover, the project for automatic voice pathology detection submitted by the team of Dr. Lakshmi Sudha, Dr. Anirudh Kani and Mr. N.S. Sai Srinivas, Mr. P.R. Srish have got the All India rank 36 among the 100 semi-finalists of the ongoing Swadeshi Microprocessor Challenge Innovate Solution for Antenna Atma Nirbharat Bharat Abhiyan, organized by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India. Under this scheme, the first startup company of the institute will be registered by the team to develop the product of automatic voice pathology detection. Not only faculty members, but the students, our key resources, have made our institute proud. The essay writing competition in English and Tamil and slogan writing competition both English and Tamil on the theme Satark Bharat, Samirat Bharat, that is Vigilance India and Prosperous India were conducted through online by ONGC Karaikal, and our students bagged lucrative prizes in it. In the E-Integrity Pledge competition was conducted for various colleges, institutions, universities, schools by ONGC Karaikal. Our institute has recorded more than 300 E-Pledges and bagged the first prize in the competition. The institute has signed MOU with different organizations in 2020. NIT Puducherry has signed a MOU with the Regional Academic Center for Space, National NIT Karnataka, Surathkal on 3rd August, under which faculty members of NITPY can submit various categories of projects for possible funding by RACS. Secondly, it has signed an MOU with the National Highway Authority of India on 9th September 2020, which facilitates the faculty, researchers and students of the institute to familiarize with the latest trends in highway and transportation sector, and NHAI shall offer internship to a maximum of 10 undergraduate and postgraduate students of the institute periodically and also extend stipend to them. To add, NIT Puducherry has signed an MOU with the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Government of India on 20th September to provide advice, assistance to MSMEs in process design and development, training and placement activities. More than 35 technical companies have visited the campus for placement in the academic year 2019 and 20. Starting in the month of July 2019 with the arrival of EPAM. Following suit were big corporates and startups, Tredence Analytics, Value Labs, SAP, Analytics Quotient, Kalera, Virtusa, Inatech, L&T Engineering and Construction, ABB, Amadeus, etc. among others. For the academic session 1920, a total of 67 offers were received by the students out of the 90 eligible and interested. The maximum CTC for 15 lakhs per annum was backed by our students. The average CTC was around 5.5 lakhs per annum.
Many students also opted for higher studies like MBA and MS. The institute aims to endorse the holistic progress of its students and staff members. Extracurricular activities are a key tool for personal development and for grooming the personality. Sports, quizzes, literary competitions, and cultural programs have been conducted offline and online throughout the year by various clubs to give everybody a versatile exposure. Gyanit 2020, a three-day intercollegiate technical festival, was hosted between 5th and 8th March 2020. It was inaugurated by Chief Guest Dr. Anil Kumar Sharma of IGCAR Kalpakam, in which more than 1,100 students from 38 institutions across India and Puducherry participated to improve and hone their technical skills and abilities. Further, the Institute organized annual sports day on 13th and 14th March 2020, just before the lockdown for the pandemic. A temporary construction for a badminton court was inaugurated at NIT Puducherry campus on 11th March with 2 synthetic courts with international standard flooring. And it is being utilized by the NIT Puducherry students, faculty and staff members. Further, to make the campus slightly vibrant in the backdrop of the pandemic, faculty and staff badminton tournament was organized during the 14th October to 9th December 2020 by the Department of Physical Education for the faculty, staff and their family members in lieu of Fit India movement celebration, probably the longest tournament. The first year BTech students joined during the academic year 2021 admitted in the month of November 2020 have undergone 21 days of induction program through virtual mode. Guest lectures from eminent personalities from industry, academia, renowned alumni and social work, human resource experts, emotional counselors and medical professionals from reputed institutions have addressed the students. Further, NITPY Alumni Association has organized a virtual alumni meet 2020 on 31 October. Around 150 alumni have participated in the event. To add, NITPY is one of the network institutes of IIRS ISRO outreach program for conducting their courses as nodal center. Moreover, the Vigilance Awareness Week has been observed in NIT Puducherry, Karaikal from 2710 to 211. The institute has taken up essential measures to create awareness among the people about corruption. The institute also has observed and celebrated different events like Republic Day, Independence Day, Gandhi Jayanti, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's birth anniversary, Pongal, Women's Day, Institute Day, Linguistic Harmony Day, and World Standards Day, etc. Further, for the second successive year, a small family get-together of the institute faculty and staff was arranged on the New Year Eve on 1st January 2021. The health center has been instrumental in fighting the pandemic situation in the institute premises. The National Institute of Technology Puducherry offered its hostel premise to facilitate as quarantine center for medical personnel serving during the COVID-19 pandemic, along with providing food and other basic amenities to them. To add, Institute prepared has its own hand sanitizer too. Moreover, the following measures were taken. Every day thermal screening was done at the main gate, and instructions were given for wearing the mask, maintaining social distance, and frequent hand wash. The awareness posters were posted all over the college. The center distributed the preventive medicines like Arsenium album, Kabasura Kudinir, etc. to all the students residing in the campus, staff and faculty members. Random rapid antigen test was done inside the campus for voluntary basis to prevent local spread of COVID-19. Presently, too, all COVID-19 related measures according to SOP of the Ministry of Health, Welfare, Family Welfare are followed through our health center. And every day, psychological support is given in view of COVID-19 to the required persons under the quarantine or isolation. And you would have seen the working of our medical center when you enter the campus today. Finally, I would like to share a few words with my dear students. The gone year taught the humanity many lessons. The world was hit by the pandemic and it came to a standstill. The humanity was in lockdown. It had to pause for a while. But resilience is something the whole humanity is blessed with. We bounced back, in fact. We still are. If it were not for our resilience, we wouldn't have been standing here on this day. Nevertheless, the pandemic taught us how we can make the ties a little loose. It taught us that a little unorthodoxy is a good thing. These lessons helped us to retaliate. Therefore, what you have learned here is only minuscule knowledge. Learning is vast outside the campus. Your real learning will start once you step outside. Learning should bring a positive change within an individual and should help one to have deeper insights on oneself. About learning, the following couplet by Thiruvalluvar explains, Katka kasadara katpavai katrabin nitka adarku taga. This seems to be very simple, but you should read it like this. Katka, study. How to study? Kasadara katka. What to study? Katpavai katka. Whatever has to be learned, you have to learn it. How long you have to study? Katrabin katka. You have to study till your life. Why you should study that? Nitkar katka. Whatever you study should stay with you. That's why you have to study. Adarku tagat katka. You have to study according to that. That is, studying is a lifelong process. It never ends. Wherever you go, there is something for you to learn. Hence, what you learned here should help you to explore the world, and it should be reflected by your actions and the role you play in the society. Sometimes the challenges that you face in your real life teach you the most. Your future would be full of challenges, hardships, and struggles. But your patience and dedication will help you overcome them. Hope that in future your compassion, loyalty, and service to the society will engrave the footprints of NIT Puducherry forever. The spark that you gain here should enlighten your mind and heart to serve for the betterment of the society and should contribute to the society with your innovation and creative ideas. My heartfelt wishes to you to reach heights in your future endeavor. As a team, we should work for the welfare of the nation and should be compassionate towards our fellow beings. Finally, I leave you with this inspiring quote of Martin Luther King. An individual has not started living until he rises above the confines of his individualistic concerns to a broader concern of all humanity. I once again thank you all for making this day a grand success. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and students, and on my own behalf, I express my deep sense of gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. G. Satish Reddy, for his august presence on this joyous occasion in virtual mode. We are indeed very happy to share our joy and celebrations with you, sir. Our sincere thanks are due to members of Board of Governors and Senate for their active cooperation and help. The Institute is grateful to Ministry of Education, Government of India for their continuous encouragement and patronage. Thanks are due to the Central Public Works Department for the construction works in our campus. We remain deeply indebted to Government of Puducherry for their continuous assistance at Karaikal and all help extended and as and when needed. Finally, I am thankful to Dean, Associate Dean, heads of the departments, chairmen and various committees, section heads, faculty, staff members, and students for their active support and cooperation throughout. I thank all the print and visual media for supporting our all our endeavors. Before I conclude, I would like to congratulate all the degree recipients and the media medal winners once again and wish you all a very healthy, happy and prosperous life. May the Almighty bless you. Thank you. Jai Hind.
At this valued occasion, I am delighted to take the opportunity to introduce our chief guest of the day, Dr. G. Satish Reddy, an Indian aerospace scientist and the current chairman of Defense Research and Development Organization, Secretary, Department of Defense R&D, Government of India, the Director General, Aeronautical Development Agency. Dr. Reddy is well known for his significant contributions towards indigenous design, development, deployment of diversified missiles and strategic systems, guided weapons, avionics technologies, and for sustained efforts in advancement of aerospace technologies and industries in India. Hailing from Andhra Pradesh, he graduated in Electronics and Communication Engineering from JNTU Anantapur and received his MS and PhD from JNTU Hyderabad. He joined Defense Research and Development Laboratory, Hyderabad in the year 1986 and subsequently joined Research Center Imrat, the brainchild of Dr. Kalam after its formation. From a young navigation scientist and system manager, he rose steadily and after his multiple significant appointments and decades of sustained contributions to defense R&D, was elevated as distinguished scientist in September 2014 and was appointed as scientific advisor to Defense Minister in May 2015. As a scientific advisor, Dr. Reddy significantly contributed towards the formulation of many national policies and was pivotal in evolving roadmap for self-sufficiency in missiles. As Director General, Missiles and Strategic Systems, he spearheaded Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Missile Complex Laboratories, ASL, DRDL, and RCI, ITR, TBRL, and other technical facilities. He led the design and development of a wide range of tactical and strategic missile systems to attain complete self-sufficiency in missiles and initiated many new projects to equip armed forces with state-of-art weapons and technologies. To add further, he invigorated the BMD program and developed the mission-critical technologies for long-range Agni-5 missile. As the Director RCI, he led many programs, projects, and steered the development of indigenous RF and IIR seekers. He is a renowned navigation expert and as Project Director and Technology Director, steered the design and development of indigenous inertial sensors, SAT-NAV receivers, advanced inertial navigation systems for a variety of defense applications, including the ship navigation. But more than these accolades, he holds the distinction of being inducted as Fellow of Royal Institute of Navigation, London, Royal Aeronautical Society, UK, and foreign member of the Academy of Navigation and Motion Control, Russia. He is an honorary fellow of CSI and Project Management Association of India, fellow of Indian National Academy of Engineering, IET, UK, associate fellow of American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronauts, USA, and many other academic scientific bodies in the country and abroad. Further, for his distinguished contribution, Dr. Reddy received several prestigious international and national awards. To name a few, Indian Science Congress Association Homi J. Baba Memorial Gold Medal, National Aeronautical Prize, the first IEI IEEE USA Joint Award for Engineering Excellence, Dr. Byron Roy Space Science Design Award, etc. Further, he has been conferred with honorary degrees of Doctor of Science by many leading universities of the country. Therefore, sir, owing to the present pandemic situation, we are not able to have your physical presence today, but we are sure that you will inspire our dear students who are seeking to be like you by being a living example of kindness and symbol of giving selfless service to our nation. Now, I request the Director to kindly felicitate the Chief Guest, Honorable Chairman, DRDO, Dr. G. Satish Reddy. Thank you. So this is the memento for...
Thank you very much.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. So nice of you, all of you.
We will send it, sir, to your office.
Thank you.
Now I request the Chief Guest, Honorable Chairman, DRDO, Dr. G. Satish Reddy, to deliver the convocation address.
Namaskar. Good evening. Director NIT Puducherry, Sri Shankar Narayana Swami, Registrar, faculty members, the students of Puducherry NIT, both at graduation level, post-graduation level, and then also students or researchers who are carrying out their PhD, and the relatives of them, and other personnel who are present there. Namaskar to all of you once again, and good evening. First, let me thank the director, Shankar Narayana Swami, for inviting me to be the chief guest of this convocation. It's my pleasure to be amongst you today in the virtual mode and addressing you on this 7th convocation of NIT Puducherry. I've just seen, after the inauguration of the laboratory, the aerial view of the campus, various blocks, administrative blocks, various laboratories, and the hostels. Beautiful campus, very close to the beach, a lot of waterlogging places here and there, and you can see that the new construction everywhere makes you feel very vibrant. And I was also talking to the director. He has said lots of measures are being taken to make the campus very green. In fact, I've promised the director in the next 1 or 2 years, I'll definitely come and visit the campus and spend some time with you personally. Started in 2010, I think the institute is making its presence very strongly with a clear vision. I've gone through the vision statement of the institute. Want to excel yourself in the science and technology areas with moral values. A very clear and important vision statement by the institute. And I'm sure in the coming days or coming years, the institute will prosper and will climb its rankings and stand as one of the best institutes in the country. Any new institute has a lot of advantages. New buildings, new campus, new test laboratories, infrastructure. Also you get faculty who are very fresh, who have studied in or did their research in very important institutes across the world. And so with a lot of expertise, they'll be there in the campus imparting the knowledge to the students. In fact, let me congratulate all the students who are graduating today from NIT Puducherry and walking into the society with the knowledge imparted by the learned professors and lecturers. You have spent your life last 4 years, 2 years, or couple of years, based on the type of a degree what you are studied now, with all the knowledge which is given to you by the learned professors, spending with them, spending the time in the laboratory, and now you are walking into the society. The institute will feel itself proud and happier when you people are very successful in your life now onwards. When you people become eminent researchers, eminent industrialists, or achieve something great in your life, the university, the institute will be celebrating your success. So all the people who are there in the institute, that each one of you should become a very successful man in your life. Friends, today there are lots of opportunities, avenues for you people today. The government is encouraging youth in a big way. Government is encouraging people to come up, establish industries, startups in a big way in the country. The type of funding mechanisms, the type of funding schemes which the government has introduced are enormous, which actually we are finding that many people are not approaching us. The type of opportunities the Ministry of DPIIT has introduced, please go to the website of DPIIT, the startups, the funding mechanisms in the varieties of areas are enormous. We in DRDO, we also have introduced many mechanisms for the startups, industries who have good ideas, innovative mechanisms, who can design, develop a product which is required for the Ministry of Defense or Armed Forces. We can fund you in up to 10 crore rupees. There is a scheme called Technology Development Funding, which actually funds various MSMEs, startups. If the idea is approved by a learned committee, that you will be able to carry out this design and development, and you will be able to produce the product, then we can give you up to 10 crore rupees. That's one scheme. Also, if you have a startup in the campus and a professor joins you in carrying out a development activity of a particular product, and for just budding engineer, in that incubation center, we can fund you up to 1 crore rupees, and which you can utilize it and develop some technology or a product which actually we can offer it to armed forces, and later you can get into the business of producing them. That is how today the government is looking for encouraging youngsters to come up in a big way, come out with lots of innovative ideas, develop innovative products, supply to the country, supply to the outside also. In fact, youngsters, some 4 or 5 years back, the country, all of them were looking towards the only area of ICT, information communication technology. But the trend in the last 4 years has changed a lot. Youngsters are working in many varieties of areas. I can say in my own defense-related areas, people are working on engine technologies. People are working on propulsion technologies. People are working on electric propulsion. People are working on materials technology. So varieties of these technologies which we were not imagining earlier, the youth is working on all these areas, coming out with new ideas, trying to develop a lot of products. In fact, there is a young man here close to Delhi, in Noida. In the last 1 to 2 years, so many varieties of drones and related technologies which has developed, which have gone to the armed forces and DRDO in a big way, encouraging him in a big way. We have given already 2 projects to him. So, you people who are graduating today, look at these avenues. Work for the country. Develop the new technologies. Excel yourself and make the nation proud and make the nation prosperous. Also, when we look at the universities and institutes, we want many institutes, many universities to work with us, develop future technologies, develop advanced technologies by carrying out deep-rooted basic and fundamental research. Academic institutes are the one which are actually the fundamental requirement of design and development of any advanced product. Unless the basic research is carried out in an academic institute, organizations like ours, DRDO or ISRO or Atomic Energy, any other R&D organization in the country, will not be able to carry forward further in their research. The academic institutes have to do good amount of basic research and some amount of applied research. The R&D organizations like DRDO will be carrying out some amount of applied research and then a lot of development, design and translational research, develop prototypes, and the industry takes on from there, producing in large quantities and volumes, excelling itself. And probably industry also can do some amount of research in niche areas. So this is the model of synergy, what we are expecting from academic institutes, R&D organizations and industry. Hence when we started, Dr. Kalam, when he was the director and then the chief of DRDO, and when we started the programs of development of integrated guided missiles development or the Arjun tank related or the LC aircraft, there were very few industries which were there working with us and who are working only as a build-to-print industry. Meaning, you do design and development, you do the designs, give the drawing, the industry produces it as per the drawing. Whereas the industries are matured today, make build to specifications. Meaning you give specifications, they will be able to design the systems and come out with a product. There are more than about 2,000 industries which are working with us who are able to supply systems and subsystems today. And we have more than about 10,000 industries who are working on component level. And today, I can very confidently say that we are confident in many areas, we are mature in many areas, and we have self-reliance in many areas like missiles, radars, sonars, torpedoes, electronic warfare systems, AWACS systems. We have in guns, we have in tanks, we have in aircrafts, we have in communication systems. These are all the areas where we can say that the country has become self-reliant and we are very confident. And we have become Atmanirbhar in these areas. But then, friends, we need to do a lot. I always say one thing. India has been a technology follower till today. Meaning, the advanced nations, the developed nations, develop certain technologies, certain products. Then we also start working on that. A couple of years later, or 5 years later, or 10 years later, we also develop the technology and we catch up with those advanced nations. The scenario has to change now. We can't be any more technology follower. We need to become technology leader. Or we have to develop the technologies on par in the time frame wise with respect to the advanced nations. If I have to do that, let's say you take a time frame, 5 years from now onwards down the line, I will be on par with the advanced nations in developing the technologies. Let us assume. We have to do that. Then identify those technologies which will be coming up after 5 years. Many areas, across various areas, whether it's quality, electronics, mechanical, material engineering, or you talk about electrical engineering or computer science or various other subjects. And we need to start today. We need to work for the next 5 years and ensure that we are also able to come out, or we are able to come out first before the world comes up. That is what the Honorable Prime Minister is looking for. This country, in the particularly talking about my area of defense technologies, we have to change from one of the largest importers of defense equipment to one of the largest exporters of defense equipment. If we have to export, you need advanced technologies in your hand. Hence, one thing very clear, if the country has to become prosperous today, it is the technology which makes the country prosperous. If the nation has to become stronger, it is the technology which makes the nation stronger. So we all have to work towards that. We have to do tremendous in-depth research, come out with many inventions, technologies, and innovative products. When you develop a product today, it has to be an innovative product. One thing I like to tell you today, any system which comes out of any place without artificial intelligence, the product will not sell. You need to incorporate build systems with artificial intelligence. The way we have captured the IT market, total IT world, the way Indians have dominated, we need to dominate now again in the artificial intelligence and cyber technologies. These are the two areas where all the youngsters have to very seriously concentrate. The country requires lots of AI engineers or cyber technologies. Cyber is one of the important area today where IT has become part and parcel of our life. Computers, electronic chips, and communication has become part and parcel of our life. Cyber security is one of the important areas where the country needs hundreds of startups to come out with varieties of products. One is another important area. So we need to look at the areas like this, and we have to conquer those areas and capture the market in that. So when you do the systems like this, develop the systems like this, then only we will be able to sell it abroad. If we have to sell our products across the world, product has to be state-of-the-art product. Product should have a good quality across from first product to the last one what you are producing in the factory. And also the cost of the system has to be low. It is very important to manufacture an item with low cost. Hence, manufacturing technologies are also very, very important. We need to develop innovative manufacturing technologies to produce any product at a low cost. We need to develop the manufacturing technologies, manufacturing machines ourselves in the country and then make them put into use. There are many institutes in the world who are able to produce this type of machines. Look at the country today. Most of the workshops, what are available, the CNC machines, lathe machines, whatnot you find there, most of them are imported. These things have to be produced in the country, and that too with innovative technologies. Innovation is very important today. The academic institutes are the engines of innovation. That is where we have to drive the students to become innovative. And that is what makes the product very attractive and we'll be able to sell in the world. So the country where we have reached some amount of maturity in many of the areas, not just defense, you look at the any technologies also, we need to have another quantum jump. That is what makes us prosperous and stronger. And that is what makes us leader in the world. And that is what we are looking at, Atmanirbhar. That is when you say self-reliant. What is self-reliant? When you say self-reliant, you have the complete design know-how and know why. You are able to design yourself. You are able to develop yourself. And you have all the wherewithal, infrastructure, every capability to produce them in the country, manufacture them in the country. If you have all the three, that is what is Atmanirbhar. And once we become Atmanirbhar, the way the government is giving so many avenues, so many mechanisms to export, we start exporting in a big way, and then there is no limit for that. And you must have seen that very recently. Akash missile, the government has cleared for exporting to 11 countries. The government has given 83 LCA aircraft clearance to be produced for the Indian Air Force today. It is the single largest ever order by Indian Air Force as a quantity wise. Honorable Prime Minister other day on 14th February in Chennai, he has handed over the Arjun tank to Indian Army, and the Avadi Ordnance Factory will be producing 118 tanks to be inducted into the armed forces. Lots of systems are getting into induction which are designed and developed in the country. And lots of exports inquiries are coming. And we should be able to export many of these things to the world. And so you people, you are at a right juncture today where lots of opportunities, lots of avenues, and lots of technological developments are happening. And you should catch these opportunities, utilize these opportunities, and you become one of the important pillars of building this nation as a prosperous nation. I'm sure an institute like NIT Puducherry will be able to generate lots of graduates, engineers like you, and who will become leaders in your respective areas. I'm sure, I'm confident, and tomorrow onwards, you will be able to take this message and you will be able to excel in each and every area. And you will make NIT Puducherry a proud institute. And also, by excelling yourself, to make the nation excel, the nation prosperous, and nation stronger. And please work with institutes like DRDO. This is my appeal to NIT Puducherry. Identify your areas of strength, work with DRDO, take projects from us, do a deep-rooted research, and come out with research outputs which we can utilize and develop products. I'm sure in the coming years, NIT Puducherry and DRDO will have stronger bonds. And that will produce lots of researchers, engineers who will be working for the defense. And I'm sure the Ministry of Higher Education, the scheme which they have introduced for PhD students can work in DRDO laboratories on defense-related problems. They have cleared for 500 students to work in DRDO laboratories. So in the next 4 to 5 years, there will be 500 theses which are related to the defense areas. So that itself makes the country very strong in defense technology. And I definitely want NIT Puducherry to play an important role in this. So once again, I congratulate all the students who are graduating today. My congratulations to the Director NIT Puducherry, Professor Shankar Narayana Swamy, and all his colleagues in the NIT Puducherry. And I wish them all the best and wish my best wishes to the institute and wish that they become one of the best institutes in the country. Once again, thank you very much for inviting me to be chief guest of this convocation. Thank you. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Sir, really those are the words of enlightenment, words of encouragement, and words of wisdom to our graduates. We are looking forward for continued collaboration research with DRDO laboratories. Thank you very much. Does it please the members of the Senate to approve the award of the degrees of the institute to the candidates who have become eligible to receive them at this convocation? Registrar, please probable for the award of the various degrees of the institute at this convocation.
Sir, I propose that a total of 96 BTech degrees, 24 MTech degrees, and 4 PhD degrees to be awarded today. I also propose that 48 graduates be awarded the degrees in person and the rest virtually. I also propose that 2 postgraduates be awarded the degree in person and the rest virtually. I also propose that 2 PhD graduates be awarded the degree in person and the rest virtually.
By the authority vested in me as the chairperson of the Senate, director of the institute, and officiating chairperson, board of governors, I shall award the degrees to all the doctorates, postgraduates, and undergraduates.
Head of the Department, Computer Science and Engineering, please present all the graduates for the award of the degrees.
I, Dr. Narendran Rajagopalan, HOD, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, present the list of postgraduates and graduates. List of postgraduates receiving MTech degree in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Anmol Tigga, Drishya SS, Lenin Solomon A, M. Manu Nandan, Mekala Ratnaraju, Muppanna Mahesh Reddy, Praveen Shankar Manimaran, Shanmuga Priya S, Udayakantan M. The list of graduates receiving BTech degree in the Computer Science and Engineering. Daita Saha, Garlapati Vishal Reddy, Jayashri G, Mukul, Om Tejas Trivedi, R.P. Naren, S. Bharat Kumar, Santosh Sivan N, Satyanaga Venkata Suraj Gudipet, Tachi Sai Likit Naidu, Abhimanyu Kumar, Abhinav Ramesh, Abhishek Kumar, Adarsh K, Ajay Kumar Rabidas, Akash Topo, Akash Yadav, Arvind Menon, Farish Rahman Taditil, Jitendra Kumar, Kushwanta Pancharia, Malvika Mohan, N.V. Mahesh, P. Sai Krishna, Pontangi Kirti Shri, Syed Pira Sahib, Tanguturu Rajendra Prasad Reddy, Varghese Santosh John, Vikas Kumar, Batula Vidya Charan, B.R. Vishnu,
Head of Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, please present all the graduates for the award of the degrees.
I, Dr. G. Lakshmi Sudha, HOD, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, present the list of postgraduates and graduates. The list of students receiving MTech degree in the Electronics and Communication. Harshini V.S., Parvati V.S., Ritupriya S.R., Sai Shweta S., Sona V., Yellamelli Prajna. The list of students receiving BTech degree in Electronics and Communication Engineering. Pavitran N., Chitra P. Varavina, Gannam Raju Fani Krishna Sai, Garisela Amrit Sai, Jnanavalli S. Manjusha Sridharan, Nivetha B. Prasanna Kumar S. Preeta A. Samirthini B. Shalini M. Shyam Kumar S. Sistu Nikita Sai, Sunesh Praveen Raja S. Tudum Vinay Kumar, Tupakula Ramcharan Teja, Vaddi Lakshmi Anusha, Balaparla Dilip, Neeraj Ram, Aishwarya KM, Bandaru Someshwara Rao, Chrysolite Shiron Sandra, Gubba Sai Shravan Kumar, Jibin George, Nishi Pragya Latra, Sugali Sai Tarani, Yaramsetti Satyanarayana.
Head of Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, please present all the graduates for the award of degrees.
I, Dr. A. Venkatesan, HOD, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, present the list of PhD graduates, postgraduates, and graduates. The scholar eligible to receive PhD degree, Shankar S. Madhusmita Mohanty. The list of students eligible to receive MTech degree, Anusha K. In her absence, her parents will collect the degree certificate. Santosh Kumar S. Begari Nagaraju, Bukya Bharat Pavan, Bollu Pavani, Femi Anna Yenge, Mandava Manasa, S. Sai Banu Kirtana, Vipin Chand. The list of students eligible to receive BTech degree: Abhinaya S. Bandi Surya Chandra Reddy. Bharaneshwar Thiruvengadam. Boddu Nagasai Teja. K. Sai Pranati. P. Vinci. Patrick William A. Sharon John Jacob. Yarini S. Hari Prasad S. Arjun Manoj, Avinash Prasad, B. Chanakya, Govindan Harita, K. Abhishek Rao, Lucky Reddy Chandravardhan Reddy, Maram Bharat Teja Reddy, Mullapudi Naga Venkata Balaram, Sweta, Tanu Sandilya, Uppara Umadevi, Arihara Sudan.
Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, please present all the graduates for the award of degrees.
I, Dr. N. Sendil Kumar, Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, present the list of graduates. A. Anandu, Anag S. Banu, Bhargavi Sri Durga Lenini, Chitturi Achyuta Ramana Chaudhary, Deepak Kumar K, Gorikapadi Dilip Tejas, Musale Abhishek P. Manogar Reddy, Nagarapu Sandeep, Tagore Shivakumar Sriram, Adil Nawaz, Aninda Mazdur, Jagan Sanju Yadav, Senin Hussain Mohammad, Tripathi Sunil Kumar, Yogesh Narwal.
Head of Department of Science and Humanities, please present all the graduates for the award of the degrees.
I, Dr. D. Raghuvadi, Head of the Department of Science and Humanities, present the list of PhD graduates. The scholars eligible to receive PhD degree in Mathematics: E. Kumaraya, K. Madhusoodan Reddy.
Now I request the director to give away the medals. Dean Academic, please read out the names of medal winners to this convocation assembly.
I, Dr. S. Thangavel, Dean Academic, present the medal winners of postgraduate discipline. The MTech topper of the discipline of Computer Science and Engineering is Mr. Praveen Sankar M. The MTech topper of the discipline of Power Electronics is Ms. Anusa K. In absence of her, her parents will collect the certificates. The MTech topper of the discipline Communication System is Ms. Sai Sweta S. The overall MTech topper of the 2020 batch, Ms. Anusa K. In absence of her, her parents will collect the medals. So now I present the medal winners of various disciplines in UG, the topper of 2020 batch. The PTech topper of discipline of Computer Science and Engineering is Mr. S. Bharat Kumar. The topper of the discipline of Electrical and Electronics Engineering is Mr. Bharneswar Thiruvangadam. The topper of the discipline of Electronics and Communication Engineering is Mrs. Vadilakshmi Anusa. The topper of the discipline of Mechanical Engineering is Mr. Anuk S. Banu. The overall BTech topper of the 2020 batch is Mr. S. Bharat Kumar.
Graduates, postgraduates, and doctorates of the 2020 batch, I charge you that in thought, word, and deed, you will ever maintain the purity, dignity, and integrity of your profession and honor of our institute. Graduates, postgraduates, and doctorates of the year 2020, please take the pledge.
We, the graduates, postgraduates, and doctoral graduates of the National Institute of Technology, Puducherry, hereby pledge that we shall, in thought, word, and deed, ever and endeavor to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of our duties, that in all circumstances we shall uphold the dignity and integrity of our profession and the honor of our institute and the nation, and that we shall devote all our energies to promote the unity and secular ideal of our country and utilize our knowledge in the service of our nation and society.
I request the officiating chairperson, Board of Governors, to sign the record of degrees.